Well, there are lots of differences between cosmetic and plastic surgeons, and many of them you're probably not aware of because they're not spelled out on individual websites or even in our qualifications. They can be quite confusing. There's really no defined definition of surgeon as by the College of Surgeons or even the AMA or APRA, the medical regulatory body. So a GP that's done 6 weeks of being a medical student where they've been in theatre, maybe cutting some sutures and following other actual doctors around on rounds, can then actually call themselves a surgeon, where they really haven't been exposed to the intricacies and the time that's required to be a surgeon. They haven't looked after patients as a surgeon, and they're really not trained in all the procedures as a surgeon. So they are able to call themselves by subscribing to a college called the College of Cosmetic Physicians to be called themselves cosmetic surgeons. Whereas to be a plastic surgeon or any actual surgeon that's got a qualification from the Royal Australasian College of Surgeons, it's extensive sort of 4 or 5 years of training purely as a surgical registrar, and then sitting a variety of exams, including a very arduous fellowship exam at the end of that training before you're allowed to call yourself a surgeon, before you're actually qualified and have earned the right to call yourself a surgeon. So that's the main difference in terms of training in being a cosmetic surgeon or cosmetic physician and a plastic surgeon. And there's been a lot of rumours and discussion recently in the press about formalising the term surgeon and also giving people out there more of an understanding of the qualification behind the person they're really going to see. So I welcome that. A lot of that comes down to what actual facility will allow these people to work in their hospital in the first place. And the facilities know the difference between a cosmetic physician or surgeon and a plastic surgeon. So a lot of those facilities won't allow these cosmetic physicians or surgeons into their premises where there are proper anaesthetists, there's proper equipment, and there's lots of protocols around safety that are designed to protect the patient. So they're actually forced to set up or circumvent a series of guidelines to set up another facility that maybe doesn't meet all of the safety requirements that perhaps an accredited facility does. Now, they've certainly changed those laws in New South Wales because there have been a variety of incidents where people's health have been affected, and there's also been a death, unfortunately, recently in New South Wales. And it really makes sense to nationalise those regulations to protect all Australians.